It's going to affect the community colleges there's no doubt about it, because community colleges are such a great value as far as educational dollars. So that's one of the first places these people are going to look to come before they end up going to a four-year institution. There's quite a few things that faculty can do as far as making a positive impact on veterans and military personnel that are in their classrooms. The first thing, of course, is just remembering that military and veteran students are in the classroom. The second thing they can do is just listening to what the veteran and military students are telling them. They could very well end up having to miss a class because of military obligations, or they have an appointment with the Veterans Administration. The third thing that they can do is remember what resources are available at the community college. Oftentimes students aren't even aware of everything that the college offers to them in way of benefits because of their military service and because of their status as a veteran. If one of those students comes up to an instructor and the instructor can refer them to the correct place, again, very, very positive impact and going to make the campus seem much more friendly to that student. Well, currently they're calling two things of these current conflicts as signature injuries, and those two things are post-traumatic stress disorder and traumatic brain injury. Very hard to tell sometimes that a student would be suffering from these type of ailments. So because of that, they come to campus thinking that they're going to do as best they possibly can, but because of their ailments, they aren't able to do quite as well as they thought they would like to do or could normally have done prior to the injury. Another challenge is the fact that they come from such a structured environment to a relatively unstructured environment. In the military, you know exactly where you're supposed to be every minute of the day. Things you're supposed to be doing that day are very dictated to you, and you know exactly where you're supposed to be, and you know the consequences if you're not where you're supposed to be. When they come to the college environment, it is not like that at all. If they don't show up for class, no one's going to call them and say, "Where are you? Why weren't you here?" It's just going to be up to them to get the information, and if they choose not to get the information, it's going to be reflected in their grade, and that's going to be their problem. So often we don't realize how structured the military is, and again, them coming to this type of environment is just totally foreign to them and can cause quite a bit of anxiety. Some excellent resources that I would recommend to faculty is, of course, the Veterans Administration website, www.va.gov. Tons of information on there regarding veteran and military personnel, and of course, that is one of the leading advocates for veteran and military personnel once they are in that civilian market and attending classes or whatever they choose to do after the military service. Another excellent resource is www.iava.org. This is a relatively new website, and it's primarily directed at Iraqi and Afghanistan veterans, and they can actually go to that website and post blogs, advice, and direct people to resources that are available to them as veterans. Finally, a civilian website that actually is pretty good, military.com. They have all kinds of resources and information on there, everything from being in boot camp to veterans benefits once you've departed military service.